YouTube, I'm Vanessa and today I'm going to be doing the Zodiac sign book tag. I am really excited to do this tag. I think it's such a cool idea for a tag and I personally love astrology and I've got my Zodiac shirt on and everything. I was tagged to do this by Sabrina at Undersea Booktuber and the original tag was created by Allie at Hardback Hoarder. So thank you Sabrina for tagging me and thank you Allie for making such a cool awesome tag. Okay, so first of all, we have Aries, which is a character that would probably take on a dragon with their bare hands. And for this, I'm gonna have to agree with Allie and say Isabel Lightwood. That girl would be all over a dragon with her bare hands, and honestly, I feel like she would have a chance at winning. Then we have Taurus. Looks innocent, but would rip you to shreds. First of all, I want to tell you guys about my real life best friend, Kylie. Kylie and I have been best friends since like the 3rd grade, and she's a Taurus, and she is a Taurus through and through. And I just had to laugh so much at this question because it is so real. Kylie's always had the super sweet innocent look going on with like the blonde hair and blue eyes and the sweet round baby angel face, but let me tell you that this girl is a fucking boss. She is one of the toughest, most hardcore people that I know in my life. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in astrology, and I mean, honestly, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, the girl carries a gun in her purse. But for a book character for this question, I'm going to go with Nina from Six of Crows. Nina is like such a sweetheart. She's really just this nice, bubbly, friendly girl, but then she's also like a heartrender, which is... that's some pretty hardcore power there. Being a heartrender, that's like as nice as Nina is. If she has to murder you, she can do it without even touching you. So, yeah. The next question is Gemini, which is me. I'm a Gemini, represent. And the question for this is the sassiest sass master. And for that, I'm gonna say Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. She is so quick-witted and all of her conversations with people are just like this quick-fire battle of who can be the sassiest, and I love it. The next question is Cancer, and that is what makes you feel all the feels. And for that, I'm going to say The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I know a lot of people are hesitant to pick this book up because it's Stephenie Meyer, but let me tell you guys, this book is so much feelings and so much thoughtfulness and so much everything. When I was reading this book, I cried a lot, and the movie is amazing too. I watch the movie like at least once a month. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And yeah, I really just felt all the things when I was reading this book. Next up is Leo, which is a badass that is actually just a cinnamon roll in disguise. And I feel like there's so many answers to that question. That's one of my favorite tropes, honestly. But for this, I'm going to say Poe from Graceling. Poe is like one of my first ever book boyfriends. He is just so great. The next question is Virgo, an independent boss-ass bitch, and for that I'm going to say Ginny Weasley from Harry Potter. Ginny is just awesome and headstrong and willful, and she can take care of herself and she does whatever she wants. And I love how people kind of underestimate her because she's like the little sister, but every time she's like proving people wrong, punching them in the face, being better at Quidditch than them, like... she's just great. Ginny is wonderful. Next is Libra, who is a ray of sunshine that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. And for that, I'm gonna say Jane Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. Jane is just such a sweetheart and she's just such a good, open, optimistic soul. Jane is definitely the kind of person that I would want around if I needed to be cheered up. The next question is Scorpio, which is, I understand your point, but I'm still right. For this question, a character that I think is very, I understand your point, but I'm still right, is Daenerys from Game of Thrones. Not so much at first, but especially like in the later books when she's in Marine and doing all of this stuff. I think there's a lot of times when people are trying to give her advice and trying to urge her to change her perspective on things. And while I think she does listen to people and take into account what they're saying, I think she still is very headstrong in what she wants to do and what she thinks is the right thing. The next question is Sagittarius, and that is someone who yells "Ay" every time a fight breaks out. For this, I think I could picture the Weasley twins definitely being the people that like get really excited when a fight would break out. The next one is Capricorn, someone who hides in the shadows but deserves the spotlight. For that, I'm going with another Harry Potter character and the same character that Sabrina picked for this question, and that is Neville Longbottom. Neville is so overlooked by everyone, and he's really like this quiet, introverted guy that kind of keeps to himself and minds his own business and doesn't brag or show off or anything. But when the time comes that Neville needs to stand up, he stands up tall. He's just such this underestimated hero, and I love him. He's another one of my boyfriends. The next question is Aquarius, the cute but psycho one. And for this, I'm gonna say Jessamine Lovelace from the Infernal Devices. I mean, she's a Victorian lady, and when you think of a Victorian lady, you really do think of like a straight-laced, delicate kind of woman. And Jessamine wants to be that so bad, and she tries so hard, but she just has so much rage and resentment and anger in her that it just can't help but boil over sometimes, you know? And the last question is Pisces. And let me tell you guys, Pisces are my favorite people. I feel like I get on with them so well. My husband is a Pisces, and a really large percentage of my closest, most intimate friends are Pisces. And the question for this is needs protecting at all costs. And I feel like that is so accurate because when I think of somebody like being mean to or hurting the feelings of one of the Pisces in my life, I'm like, I get so angry and protective of them. Like, why would you be mean to them? They're so nice and they're so sweet and sensitive, and you're gonna hurt their feelings, and you just need to stop. And I think the perfect answer for this question is Sansa Stark. Sansa Stark is my precious baby angel. I love her so much, and I'm so defensive of her because she gets so much hate. Like, people are always talking shit about Sansa. She's literally the definition of a cinnamon roll. She needs to be left alone, and she needs to be wrapped in a warm blanket and protected at all costs. So that is it for the Zodiac book tag. Thank you again, Sabrina, for tagging me, and Allie for making the tag. This is a really fun tag, and I am tagging everybody who wants to do it. Let me know in the comments if you like astrology, or if you find it to be accurate and reliable and stuff, or if you think it's total crap, or let me know what your zodiac sign is. I hope that I get to talk to you soon. Bye!